when people want to make you feel small, inferior, they tell you, you must be like me, you must speak like me, you must dress like me. And this is nonsense that we have. If you can help them to understand that nobody made a choice to become black or white or this tribe or that tribe, if you can manage to help them understand that, well, please try, but good luck, because it is very hard. In fact, you cannot cure stupid.
Because we weren't born insecure. We weren't born overthinking and doubting ourselves. We learned to be that way. The world taught us that being ourselves wasn't a good thing.
Let me explain something about mentorship program. What is mentorship? Mentorship is not someone telling you how to live your life or what to do. No. Mentorship, it is someone actually helping you how to maximize your potential using the qualities that you already have, and probably making suggestions on how you can maximize and increase your skills so that you become a successful person. So that is mentorship. And one of the things I have observed that I want to share with you today is that during these mentorship programs, I've observed some very disturbing trend, especially with young people, but of course this is across the board. I have seen a trend in which people are trying to be loved by others more than they love themselves. We have all been there. I know because of peer pressure, especially when we are young, during our teenage years, you want to be impressionable. So you find that someone is trying so hard to impress people. But you see, the more you're trying to impress people, you leave yourself in a depressed condition. So, you find that someone is so frustrated, and the frustration comes when someone is trying to be something they cannot be. You're trying to be who you are not. So, for example, there's this common belief that tall people are very attractive, and you as a short person, you find that you are so frustrated because you cannot meet that expectation or that requirement. So anyone who's not willing to accept you for who you are is not worth your time and attention. If a person feels like you should be something you are not, if someone feels like you ought to be another human being or another person other than who you are so that they can accept you, believe me, even if you change to that thing they want you to change to, they will never accept you, because the problem is not who you are, the problem is who they are. Number two, there's a very big difference between who you are and how you are. So who you are is your identity. It cannot change. How you are is your situation, is your mood, is your condition. That can always change, and it will always change. Let's give a couple of examples. I am tall and hairy. That cannot change. That is the identity. It is the DNA. Whether you like me, whether you hate me, that thing will not change. That is who I am. That is my identity. Now, I have a running stomach. That is how I am. That is the condition I have. That is the situation I have right now. That is the mood. I'm a sick person right now. But that will change. That can change. That must change. Whether you hate me, whether you love me, I cannot have a running stomach forever. Come on. We have Imodium, okay? So that's what I'm saying. You need to understand that it is your responsibility to accept and love who you are. But also, it is your obligation. You are obligated every single day to try and change how you are. Responsibility number one, it's a priority for you to accept and love who you are, but it is your responsibility, it is your uttermost obligation to change, to try as much as you can to change how you are. So I've seen people, they want to minimize you, or they want to make you feel small because of your background. You see, my friend, your background, for example, where you are born, someone trying to demonize you because of where you are born, who your parents are, who your country is, who your tribe is. That is some rubbish nonsense that we should never put up with. And if you are hearing me, if you are watching this, I want you to understand that people who are always trying to bring you down because of your background, because of where you came from, those you just have to treat those people as sick people who should not have your attention. If you can help them to understand that nobody made a choice to become black or white or this tribe or that tribe, if you can manage to help them understand that, well, please try, but good luck, because it is very hard. In fact, you cannot cure stupid.
It's like if I fixed everything on the outside, I would finally feel different on the inside. But what I learned is we don't need to learn how to be confident. We need to understand why we stopped being confident in the first place. Because we weren't born insecure. We weren't born overthinking and doubting ourselves. We learned to be that way. The world taught us that being ourselves wasn't a good thing. Like me, maybe you were judged, ignored, embarrassed, or just shut out. So without realizing it, we started dimming ourselves. We stayed quiet. We started second-guessing ourselves. We shrunk to feel accepted. And now years later, I'm trying to fix my posture or force confidence from the outside in, but it's not working because confidence doesn't really come from pretending like you're okay. It comes from finally feeling safe being yourself. And that's why I'm healing. Because once you realize that being insecure and having low self-esteem came from how you were treated, not who you are, you stop blaming yourself for it. You stop thinking something's wrong with you. You finally see that that confident version of you is still there.
If you must be successful in your life, if you must have a peace of mind, you must grow a mindset of accepting who you are. And you must make sure that you change how you are. How you are is something that is constantly changing. It is raining today, you are cold or wet. It is very hot today, you are sweating. So how you are does not matter. But who you are, if someone does not like you for who you are, buy them a rope. Let them go do whatever they can do with that rope. Thank you so much for listening to us today. This is Winning Mind, a program. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Otherwise, we are here every week, and I will see you next week in the next video. Bye-bye.